Yes, one of the leading journalists in the United States, Judge Jeanine Pirro, interviews Donald Trump at the White House. Exclusive interview. Played Saturday night on Fox, of course. Where Donald Trump says, the media, the enemy of the American people, they just don't give me a fair shot. I think what we're going to have to do is, let him tell Judge Jeanine and the American people what he's thinking about.
Your communications department cannot keep up with you.
Yes, that's true.
So what do we do about that?
We don't have press conferences, and we do...
You don't mean that.
Well, just don't have them. Unless I have them every 2 weeks and I do myself. We don't have them. I think it's a good idea.
Yep, just cancel the daily briefings because his communications people, notice he admits, they can't keep up with him, meaning he undercuts them all the time.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question, because you go to these press briefings.
Yeah.
I think
going today, 1:30. Sean Spicer.
If you ask me,
can't wait.
If you ask me, and I don't go, but if you ask me, fine, cancel the briefings. I think it'd be great. I think you give all these reporters who go to the White House press briefing, who get lied to anyway, let them go out and go find some other news somewhere else. Find other sources. Don't get it from the White House because they're lying to you.
Disagree.
Okay.
The briefings are very, very important because they really do expose. First of all, they're important for us to get the truth, and they're important for any administration to put out their message.
Yeah.
Now, that's the way things are supposed to work.
That's the way things are supposed to.
If you have an administration which is incompetent, which is lying, which is changing the story every day, it's displayed in full force. Nowhere better than at the briefings.
That's true.
Thank you, Donald. But the other thing that's wrong with that statement is, first of all, I think if they did that, again, we all keep saying if Donald Trump does that, that's the end.
Yeah.
How many times have we said that, right? For the last 2 years, we've been saying that. Think of the Hollywood Access tape. That wasn't the end either. So I hesitate to say that would be the last nail in the coffin, but it would be it would really blow up. But also the idea that Donald Trump himself is so good at holding his news conferences that he says if he just holds one every 2 weeks, that all of their communications problems would resolve themselves. No, he is the principal communication problem for the administration.
I do it myself.
If he would,
I'll do it every 2 weeks. I'll do it myself.
If he would shut up, that might help. If he would stop tweeting, that might help. If he would stop giving all these stupid interviews to stupid people, some of them, that would help. And if he would just stop shooting off at the mouth and stop and think maybe before he speaks, that would help. He's not going to do that.
I think that on top of all that, I think we're getting really, really close to a serious Trump fatigue because there's no denying that the reason that so many of the cable news companies spent so much time talking about Donald Trump is that he's good for ratings, right? But we're getting to a ceiling, I think, of just how far he could go and still be entertaining without being annoying or scary.
Well, take a look at the tweets. Most people don't pay any attention to his tweets anymore, right?
True.
Yeah. They've lost their buzz.